Before the beginning of the season, many folks believed a different name would be leading the Rookie of the Year talks. Then they actually started to play the games, and so far we've had guys like Jason Tatum make Celtics fans believe he was really Steph Curry-esque from three. Kuzma balled so much that people forget Lonzo was shooting 35% from the field. Or the Jimmy Butler trade actually looking like a win for both teams, mainly due to Baby Dirk. But beyond those stories, two candidates have risen above them all. The former 2016 #1 pick, who's a huge reason the Sixers don't suck anymore, and why I was right to trust the process. And the 13th overall pick in last year's draft, Donovan Mitchell, who Hornets and Pistons fans are kicking themselves over right now. So far, each player has made a solid case to win the award by year's end. Sorry, let's get into it.
Sports Gamers Online is the #1 source for the sports gamer.
First off, let's get the barbershop, message boards, talking points out the way first. And that's those who say Ben Simmons isn't a true rookie because he was drafted last year. Now this is fair and would make sense if all the major sports looked at rookies the same way. But in baseball, you can play up to a certain point in your quote-unquote rookie year and still be considered a rookie the following year. While in the NFL, you could be a bench warmer for 5, never played preseason, nothing, and you're considered a 5-year vet. So every sport is different. Deal with it. Now what makes a rookie of the year to you? Is it somebody who has the most impressive stats, regardless of team success, aka the empty stat argument, the guy who came out of nowhere, or the player that had a key role on the team that made or got close to making the playoffs? And if you hit 2 out of those 3, you're in business. Then what usually happens when it's a close race, whether it's MVP, Rookie of the Year, whatever, you hear the who had less help argument, which certainly hurts Ben Simmons in this case, as he's teammates with the creative player Joel Embiid. But if you wander around Basketball Reference, Embiid is only in 5 out of the top 10 best Sixers lineups, while Ben is in all 10. He's in the second best 4-man and the best 3-man lineup for the Sixers. So Ben can get busy on his own and have the team not fall off a cliff while also being the team's point guard, while Mitchell's job is to just get buckets. But this is where Mitchell clearly has him, as he obviously doesn't have nobody the talent of Embiid on his team, at least offensively. And what ended up happening was what you would think will happen when a rookie is asked to be the leading scorer. They sucked. But then Gobert got fully healthy, and now they crawled their way all the way back to over 500. But forgetting all that, deep down it's all going to come down to how much do people value scoring. As of the All-Star break, Mitchell isn't that far ahead scoring-wise to make up for the fact that Simmons destroys him in rebounds, assists, and every analytical number you can find. It may sound crazy, but I think people already have Ben Simmons fatigue. They see 16 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 steals with good defense nightly, and he gets a passing glance at this point. Yet Lonzo Ball in his 10-10-10 triple-double has people thinking the Lakers just won a title. Imagine when Mitchell gets his first triple-double. I can see people going Rookie of the Year discussion over. Like, what? But the fact that Mitchell was able to step in and replace Gordon Hayward while also stealing Hood's job and ultimately getting him traded is wild. I made an earlier video in the year saying Hood was going to be the one to step up for the Jazz, and yeah, that prediction went terrible. But people throw it back in the basement the Jazz go. They can't get marquee free agents once Hayward left, so they were done. And they basically kept the same spot they were in last year, mainly due to Mitchell's play. So you'll never catch me acting like Mitchell and Ben being mentioned in the same sentence is crazy, because the dude is balling. But personally, I think Ben is obviously the better player, but we know if that was true, Embiid would have won it last year. I get it in a way. Mitchell is the new shiny cat, dropping 20, 25 points a game on a known defensive team in a tougher conference, basically replacing Gordon Hayward's production. But I know when they played them boys from Philly, he shot 3 for 12 and 6 for 19. And the B showed him what's up in the second game, while Ben balled on everybody. But again, what's in Mitchell's corner now that Ben has had all season is their best player is healthy again in Gobert, which means the paint is locked down, which also means his team's success will start to match his individual success. And as we get towards the playoffs, we'll see how it shakes out and what matters more. The Jazz and the Sixers records aren't that far apart, so will they favor the guy who can light up the scoreboard or the do-everything player? Are you Isaiah Thomas or Chris Paul, Oladipo or Devin Booker? What I feel though deep down is since the Jazz traded the only other offensive threat that would scare teams in Rodney Hood, Mitchell's going to be free to average 20 plus shots per game, so his scoring average is going to rise. And as long as Gobert stays on the court, they will get into the playoffs, and it'll be too much for Ben to overcome unless he can get his scoring average to at least 20. Or the Sixers could get to the 4th or 5th seed in the East. Otherwise, it's a wrap for the youngin. But what do you guys think? Who do you think will win the Rookie of the Year? Leave it in the comments down below. And stay tuned here at Sports Gamers Online for more NBA content. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss anything we put out. I'm Chris. Thank you all for watching. And be good, y'all.